Welcome back to the Bunny Barn. This is the first episode of Metal Around the World, and we are going to start off with Germany. I know it's not in alphabetical order. Why that is, I don't even know. But anyways, let's go ahead and just start off with Germany. I am not going to lie. Germany and Sweden were the next two countries I was going to cut out because there are so many popular bands that come from Germany. Rammstein, Halloween, the Scorpions, which we all know and love. Creator, and there was even this other band that I'm about to talk to in a minute, and I was even planning on cutting them out, but I was like, I can't keep cutting them out because my list gets shorter and shorter. Now, I try to at least talk between like maybe 5 to 7 bands in each one. I cannot talk like more than those amount of bands because then the video will be an hour long, and I am not about to make an hour long video. I don't think anybody has that, wants to watch an hour long video or anything. So anyways, we are starting off with Germany, and this was a tough one because I keep feeling like the groups I kept finding were not so metal, but they have that metal influence in it. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna put it in. I don't care. So, anyways, the first band we're going to talk about is Saltatio Mortis. Yes, a lot of these bands are going to be difficult for me to pronounce. I am so sorry. If you want to correct me in the bottom, that's great. I don't care. Anyways, I listened through them on Spotify and I looked up some of their videos. They're pretty energetic, and I actually did not think I was gonna like them, but they're actually pretty cool. From what I saw, like they're very energetic, and not only that, it kind of reminded me of folk metal a little bit, but they call it Middle Ages metal almost. I believe that is what they call it, which makes sense because like if you think about a folk metal, is like from the Middle Ages, like all that's basically what it is. So but they just call it something else. So there's a German word for it, and I'll put it around here somewhere because I am not going to be able to pronounce it. I am so sorry. You were to think speaking English, I will be able to pronounce some of these words because they're so similar, these two languages, but nope. I am so sorry. Probably because I speak Spanish, the other one, and maybe it might interfere. I don't know. I believe I discovered them through Facebook. Yeah, I believe I discovered them through Facebook while I was looking through a few other German bands. This was a while back though, way like I think beginning of last year. So anyways, definitely a group to check out, and definitely give them a chance because they're really, really good. Okay, first band, Saltatio Mortis or Saltatio Mortis, not sure. And they seem only to be more popular in Germany, so obviously it's not a band that has been able to reach out, and there's only like a little over 3,000 listeners on Spotify. Okay, so next group is, let's say, is Lacrimosa, I believe. I believe that is a song. I don't know if it was by Beethoven or somebody else. It's definitely by a German musician, but in this case, it's the name of a German band. I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I don't really want to talk about this band this much because I really didn't like them. And I don't, like I said, I don't want to be giving bad reviews to any groups or anything like that, especially, because I don't want to, like, deprive them of not getting a chance or anything like that. So if you want to listen to them, that's great. But I'm just gonna say I like the music, but I did not like the vocals at all whatsoever. And I saw a few of their music videos, and I was just like, I didn't care for them. So I'm just gonna keep it at that, and hopefully I didn't offend anybody who does like them. Next group up is E Nomine, which means in the name of. That's kind of, you should already guess that. But it wasn't really like a group or anything. I believe it was just like a producer and somebody else, and they wanted to do something experimental. And the first song that came out was Vater Unser, which means Our Father. And that one was like the first song I think I heard from them, which is the popular one. And I think I heard it through Pandora. And then eventually I started hearing more of their stuff through Pandora. And I believe they only have like 4 albums out, or EPs, I'm not sure. But they were together from 1999 till 2008. So almost 10 years. This duo were making albums. So, and I believe they also had speakers on there. Basically, they had like actors that were I don't know if they were very well-known German actors or maybe they were just like voice actors. I am not sure to do the dialogue around, to the music. Okay, so this is eNominays on Spotify right here. Obviously, the highest amount of listeners is in Berlin. Mostly Germany, except for Austria and Sweden. So Stockholm, Sweden. Next group is Avantasia or Avantasia. I'm not sure correctly how you say it. But I'm not gonna lie, it took me a while to get into these guys, and I was just like, I was not into it at first. I heard about this band through the Shred Shack. I don't know if you guys have seen that YouTube channel, but obviously it was oh god, what was the song? Hold on, let me look for it. Hold on. Crying for an Angel on the Wicked Symphony album. Yes, that is the. But guess who was on that song? The lead singer to the Scorpions, so of course that made the song good. So that's how I, found out about them, was through the Shred Shack, and then I started to follow them and listen to them more, and I was like, I can't really get into this. I feel bad, but they sound like they are cool, but I tried and tried, and finally I feel like Avantasia is one of those bands that I'm slowly growing into, you know what I mean? I feel like it has to like grow on me a little bit. That's what I feel. And so is this next band that I'm about to talk about. Okay, let's see what we could read about these guys. German metal band, obviously they are a power metal band, and I believe first the album was in 2001, the Metal Opera, which is the one playing right now, I believe. And they are very popular in Brazil. Look at that. And Mexico. Oh my god, mi Mexicanos, how are you? And Sweden, Santiago, Chile, and then Norway. Edguy, I believe that is how you say the name. I'm not sure, and I am so sorry if I am incorrect. I think I heard of them. Like, they popped out on YouTube out of nowhere, and I got curious, and it was that Vein of Glory song. It was very, very cool. But then I tried listening to their other stuff, and I couldn't really get into it. But I really hated Space Police, I believe that one was called. I was like, no, this is really bad. No, I can't get into this. But I started listening to a little bit of their earlier work. I get the feeling it's also one of those bands that's going to grow on me and then I'm just going to end up loving to death. You know what I mean? But I think I'm going to actually I think they're going to capture my heart quicker than Avantasia will, or Avantasia. I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. I'm so sorry. Somebody tell me down there how to say it properly. Please, please. Anyways, but yes, they seem to be good though. If you guys have not heard of them, check them out. Okay, here we are with Edguy's Edguy's profile on Spotify. They are very huge in Sweden, very huge. Brazil's next, and of course Mi Mexicanos right there, and Santiago, Chile, and Gothenburg, Sweden. And the reason why I keep saying that they might grow on me, because they just might, because I never told anyone this before, but I like Nightwish a lot, but I've never told, well, everybody knows that part. But I didn't used to like Nightwish. I thought it was weird. I didn't think I will like them. But then I just couldn't stop listening to them after a while. It took me like a good year to get into them. So yeah, so that's why I feel like maybe this is a band that that might grow on me. Next band is Megahertz. I hope I'm pronouncing this right. And they mainly sing in German. I forgot to tell you. Okay, Amatasia sings in English. So does what's it called? I just mentioned their name. Edguy. They sing in English, and the other two before that they sing in German. This band is mainly German too, and if you like Rammstein, I don't see why you're not gonna like these. If anything, I think Megahertz is better than Rammstein. Even Slane McRoth told me that when we were talking in the comments. He even admitted that they're better than Rammstein, and I'm pretty sure there are so many bands in Germany that are way better than Rammstein. It's just, you guys gotta remember, Rammstein, the reason why here in the US we all know who they are, because I heard supposedly their song Du Hast was in the Triple X movie. I never seen the movie, but that's what I heard. The way I found out who they were was through that Family Values tour. and the lead singer pulls out like a freaking like fake dildo out of his pants and is like whacking it on top of the other guy who's like acting like a slave, like, you know, those BDSM people and all that. That's how I found out who Rammstein was, and I've been hooked ever since. But yeah, you gotta remember that's probably why, you know, Rammstein is very, you know, like very in your face. They're very shocking. They even put them underneath the category of shock metal. When I was watching that one biography on VH1, on classic VH1, forgot the name of it. I'm sorry. It's been years since I seen that. But you know, you gotta remember that's the reason why Rammstein is famous, okay, you guys? Is because of that. I'm not saying they're not good. Also, they also have a music video that's basically, no, it is porn, and the only way you could find it is through like Pornhub or RedTube or any of those places. You can find it on YouTube. It's just very blurred out. Everything's blurred out, actually. So, anyways, back to Megahertz. I kind of went a little off right there. Megahertz is awesome. You guys need to listen to them. Their first lead singer left for creative differences and went to this other band called Icebreaker. Icebreaker is also a really good band. I've heard of I heard of Icebreaker first before I heard of Megahertz. When I was looking more into information, and Slane McGrath also told me that obviously the lead singer from Icebreaker came from Megahertz. It's so good. Oh my god, what was the, hold on, let me look for the album. Which one was it that got me into it? Okay, so let's see here, people. We got Megahertz. This is their Spotify, and it says right here they are inspired by Nine Inch Nails and Rage Against the Machine, and they started in 1993 in Germany, Munich, and the top cities I listen to them is Mexico City, Hamburg, Berlin, Munich, and Stockholm, Sweden. Zombieland had to be one of my favorites that I listened to, and let's see what was, and Kopfschuss. Sorry, I cannot say it, but that was one of my favorites to listen to as well. Here is Icebreaker's profile on Spotify. This album was pretty good, Shock, and the one I really enjoyed was this one, Eyesight. That one was really my favorite. I think it was the first album I heard from them, and I think the song that I liked a lot was, it was called Eyesight, actually. I believe it was called Eyesight. Yeah, it was this one right here. And I also enjoyed Supermodel too. Those were my two that I enjoyed so much. And then we are going over here to the About section. I should have just clicked on it, I know. And they are known as a new German hardness. Not sure what that means. Okay, but obviously there's Alex's name again from when he was with, they're basically referring when he was with Megahertz. And here are those top 5 cities that listen to them the most. We got Hamburg, Berlin, Mexico City, Munich, and Stockholm again. Okay, the next band, I am not gonna be able to pronounce their name. I am going to post it up somewhere. It's called like Irrigation, I believe, and they're kind of dark. I kind of dig them. They're actually not as like, I don't know. I really don't know how to say. It kind of reminds me. I don't know. I think of Norther. You guys know who Norther is? I believe they're Finnish. The Finnish band. They kind of remind me of them. It's actually pretty cool. I kind of like some of their stuff. I think out of all the bands when I was listening to Germany, I wasn't really able to listen to them that much. But they have such a small following though, and if you're definitely more into like the darker side of stuff, like darker side of music, and I am sorry, I keep moving. I just can't seem to have an area I like. But yeah, they're definitely more of a darker side, and I kind of like it. And I almost thought like they were like a Nordic band, but again, my German subscriber friend was the one who recommended me to listen to them. But yeah, they're pretty cool. I think you guys should check them out, especially if you're into the darker stuff. And the last group we are going to talk about isn't really like metal or rock. I just feel like I had to mention them. Called Fawn. It's a very folk pagan metal, and it's funny because you would not really think anything folk will come. At least I don't think anything folk comes from Germany. When I think of folk music, I either think it be Nordic, Celtic, or what's the other one? Dutch, or even Dutch. So when I think of the Germans, I just don't think of them having that. But then I guess because, the sound like Rammstein or something like, power metal, or even what's it called, like the Scorpions, you think more of that from Germany. You don't think folk whatsoever. And I'll even admit, when I heard their voices I didn't even think it was German. But then again, I have to understand, you guys need to understand, every country has like more than one accent. It's not like the same German accent. So maybe they're from a different part, and it's just because it just sounds so different. Their German sounds so different. But then I have to remember, all the German bands I've listened to, they're very angry. So, I have to remember that. These ones don't sound angry whatsoever. Okay, so here's their Spotify profile. German pagan folk band, like I said. Even with like a little bit of techno or electronic, whatever, okay. Hamburg, Germany. Brazil, Munich, and Istanbul, Turkey, is where they listen to them the most. They are a pretty interesting band if you want to look more into folk, folk music. It's not very folk metal, but definitely if it's something you guys want to like check out, then I'll say yeah, go for it. It's very, very different, especially if you're pagan. Maybe you'll enjoy this. I know I kind of enjoy it just because, like, I do practice a little bit of pagan stuff. I'm not pagan myself, but it's definitely something to check out. And that is it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. This was very nerve-wracking for me to make. I was so nervous. Anyways, stay tuned by the end of this week, because by the end of this week, or basically by the 27th or the 28th, one of those 2 days, before February ends, we're gonna head into Finland. See you guys.